Hi there, my name is Daniel from Transcon Trailer Sales. Today I'm going to be walking you through a 2023 Intech Flyer Chase. We are just going to start off the back of the unit here. You do notice you have your license plate mount right at the bottom here. You do have a receiver down here for if you are to want to hook up a bike rack or a rear cargo rack. Up on the roof you do have this cargo rack up top, and then you do have two rear entry doors. You open up the first one just with this outside latch. The other one does just have a handle on the inside. You do have these nice little netted holders. You have these mattresses which can be moved out of the way or laid out like so. And then inside you do have a plug here on the wall as well as a light inside. And then you do just have your main light switch access over here. And then you do have access to a loading light right on the back here. I'll show you the rest of the inside in a second. We are just going to finish off the exterior. Those just close up like so, with this one closing first and this one closing behind it. In this corner, as well as all four corners of the unit, you do have a stabilizer jack, especially with this one being a smaller unit. Whenever you are going to be climbing inside this, and it's not hooked up to your tow vehicle, you are going to want to run these down to the ground because you do run the risk of this tipping backwards on you or just wheeling away. We have a tool for that in that front compartment, and I'll show you that in a minute. A little further down the unit, we do have your spare tire. Take a note, you do have some Allen head bolts here, so you can adjust these racks up top as you need them. Right here is just your antenna for your stereo, so you can do have a little bit of adjustability for the best signal. And then right here is just a solar plug-in. If you have a portable solar panel, you can just plug it right on in there and start charging your batteries. Your main plug-in source, you get your twist connection. You just line those notches up, lock it into place. You have the threaded collar to really lock that down. If you follow that back, you do have a standard 30 amp plug end. We also include a 15 amp park adapter in case you don't have 30 amp service. At the front of the unit, you do have your tongue jack. One way's up, the other way's down. Inside this front compartment, if you open it up, you do got your battery inside your battery box. You do just have two fuses right here. One should be for your solar, and the other one's just going to be one of your main fuses. That 15 amp park adapter I told you about, and then just this tool to run these jacks down, which I can show you right now. You just locking that tool in. One way's down, the other way's up. And then just pulling it out. And then inside here you also have included are just some tent pegs for your awning, as well as something to tie it up. You also have your battery disconnect switch right here. The battery disconnect switch off, the batteries are connected, and with the battery disconnect switch on, the batteries are disconnected. And then on this side of the unit, you do have your awning. Works pretty simple. You're just gonna unzip this. You're gonna have 3 straps. Undo those straps. The awning will fold out at that, and then once the awning's fully rolled out, you do get access to just 2 legs, and those legs just flip out and stick into the ground. And then you do just have your man door here. Once you get inside, on your right is just your main light switch, and then you have your cubby accent lights as well as your porch light switch. On the wall, you also have your fire extinguisher, and that's gonna be just like home. Pull the pin and shoot. On the wall here, you do have your max air vent controller. You can also do it manually if you were to want to do so. This is pretty cool. You hit that button, it's going to illuminate itself, and it is just going to tell you the room temperature inside as well as the set temperature. If you hit that button on, it's going to open itself up. You do have a max air vent cover on top of this, so you can run this fan whenever it's raining, and then you can turn your fan speed with these switches. You can change the set temperature with the up and down, and then you can also change which way you can either change if the fan's blowing the air out of the unit or sucking the air in. And then just hitting that power button again is going to turn that fan off, close that vent lid, locking this back onto the wall here. On this wall, you do have 2 USB plugins. as well as a couple 110 plugins. You also have a couple more 110 plugins around the unit. Inside here is just some storage space. Then you do just have your main breaker fuse panel right here. Open this up. You got all your breakers on the bottom. Whenever a breaker pops, you're just gonna turn it off and then back on again to reset it. And then whenever a fuse blows, you do just have a little red indicator light telling you which one's blown. And then right on the wall, you do just have your little smoke detector. And that's gonna be pretty much it for this unit here. If you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call.